Hi guys, thanks for joining me. It's Kara with Today's Living, and we have got a great recipe for you. This is part of our holiday series, and we're just going to take this can of sweet potatoes, these yams, and turn it into a gourmet, fabulous meal for you to enjoy on your Thanksgiving dinner. This simple $2 can, and that's all the cost, with the basic ingredients of what we already have in our home, is going to be fabulous. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our pecans, which these are just pecan chips. We're going to put them in a pan with some maple syrup and caramelize them. We're going to do that with 1 cup of these pecans. We're going to pour our 1 cup pecans. Now, if you're using whole pecans, you can do 1.5 of those. I'm using what I have because I bought these to go with different recipes as well as the wedding cake, so I'm using, again, what I have to minimize my budget. Now, I'm going to use maple syrup. This is 100% maple syrup. I'm going to use about 1/4 cup on this, basically enough to cover the pecans so that I can cook them on medium to medium high quickly so that they can become caramelized and tasty. So we're going to let this go. Make sure you stir it so that it is completely coated, that all the pecans are completely coated. And this is going to taste fantastic. This is going to be on top of our sweet potatoes. So while we're cooking these here, I'm going to go ahead and whip up the actual sweet potato fixings. The ingredients we need for the sweet potatoes is we need 1 can of sweet potatoes. If you're going to have more of a crowd, this is going to serve about 4 to 6. But if you're going to have a larger group, get double, and you're going to double the recipe. Marshmallows, it does not matter about how much. These are actually going to go in between scattered around the pecans. Orange juice and brown sugar, and that is it. And again, these are all staples that you are going to have in your house for your Thanksgiving festivities. We're going to pour our can of sweet potatoes in. This is a 2-pound, 8-ounce can. Very simple, and you're going to see how fast this is. Again, cooking is not complicated. Just create a menu and you can whip it up. It does not have to be perfection. We're going to do 1/4 cup of OJ. This is, again, simple too. 1 spoon. We're going to do 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Yum, yum, yum. And that's it. Because we're going to use the pecans and the marshmallows right on top. You don't even need salt and pepper. We're going to mash these, though, to make it more of a casserole. And the beauty of using bags is, let's see if we can find one. See this one? Boop. Just like that. Mixed. How easy. Now, we're just going to mix this up because we're going to put this in a casserole dish. Top it with the pecans, which you can hear, and if you could smell, it's almost like a heaven. But we're going to put that on top. So let me finish mixing this up and we will get our dish out. All right. It is all mixed. We've got our dish. I'm just using a small loaf pan. You know that I use these during the holidays because I'm able to put more things in my oven than using those big 9x13 pans. Now the difference is this is taller versus wider, so you may have to add 10 or 15 minutes to cooking time to get the center done, but you can put 4 or 5 of these right across your oven and it'll still serve 4 to 6. So let's pour our sweet potato mixture, and the beauty of using bags is, 1, it's mixed in half the time with no mess, and you just use your hands and scrape out everything. No need to use a spoon or spatula. You're able to do that with your hands. Then, and I can dispose of this, shake it up so it gets coats the pan evenly. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a few marshmallows just scattered around. And really, we're going to top it with this maple syrup pecans. Do you see this? How fantastic that is? We're going to pour this right in. And I just tasted it. It is awesome. Here we go. We're just, again, going to coat it evenly over the top. This is basically our crust. It's our sweet potato crust, and it has turned those old can of sweet potatoes into a meal that is far more glamorous than just the standard sweet potato casserole. And when the marshmallows cook in, it's going to look fabulous. And what we're going to do is I'm going to lick that spoon, so I need to set it aside. But we're gonna pop this in the oven at 350, uncovered, just like this, for about 25 to 30 minutes. Everything in here is cooked, so we just need to heat it and get it hot and bubbly. The potatoes are done. Yum, yum, yum. Guys, visit us at facebook.com/tlfamily or see our blog at todaysliving.net. And don't forget to check out the rest of our holiday series, Cooking.